Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to a daily energy check. And welcome to the full moon in Aquarius, the super moon. I did a special reading around the full moon energy yesterday, but today we're going to do our daily check-in and see what is happening right now as we speak. How are these energies impacting the twin flame collective? I also recorded a sign by sign guidance for each of the zodiac signs on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, for this full moon, so you may check that out as well. Okay, let's jump straight into the reading. For masculines, what do we have? Your greatest joy pollinates the world, number 11. Number 41, sorry. Yeah, so this is a time for, and it's actually very interesting to have this card during the full moon. I got quite a few messages, similar messages in my zodiac read, but it is a bit of a challenge, but it makes sense because as you release and relieve yourself of certain burdens, of certain suffering, certain fears, and that's what this full moon is very good at. It's important to fill it up with joy, right? Because there's certain kind of there could be certain kind of stress while you were going through that energy and transmuting it, right? And it could have brought you down. But now you have this free space and you need to fill it up with joy and love. For masculines, we have number 40, your great wave awaits. This is also a message for someone in the zodiac reading today. But yeah, basically this is that yin energy, yang energy. To jump onto the opportunity, to use it, not to waste any time, because it may not be on the table for too long. Somebody else will snatch it if you don't. Let's see what we have. I'm using good tarot today, because the last message will get, the last cards will get the messages between the twins. Two of air at the bottom of the deck. Of course, it's air. It's all about air today, baby. Yeah, definitely use the means of speaking, singing, the power of the wind in your manifestation today, in what you're doing. Once. So a little bit of fire there too. It's like if there is a doubt that you're experiencing, you can't, it's like if you have a doubt within your thoughts, it's hard to fix it with your thoughts, right? And that's where fire comes in and helps with the drive, with the persistence, with the enthusiasm, That's what helps to unlock that block in the mind space. Feminines, you have, all water. 9 of water clarified by 5 of cups. So there is some wishful thinking to leave behind regrets of the past, to not be able to not go back and always think what could have been, right? Maybe that conversation went different, or if I agreed to X, Y, Z, I would have been, I don't know, together with my person, or I would still have the job, or whatever, right? That's one of the energies that is important to put to bed, to find our peace, let bygones be bygones, even if you've made a mistake objectively, right? Leave it be. Your wishes should not be about changing the past. There are techniques for framing that in your mind so that it's not that much of a burden anymore, right? So you can change the storyline so it's not negative and it's not bringing you down. But your wishful thinking, your wishes should be about something, creating something in the present time and in the future. Of course, if we go with the technicality, it is about the present. Masculines, Ace of Air, clarified by Page of Swords. Air and air. Yeah, so masculines are getting a new sword. I'm getting a message here. And they're sharpening the sword. So they're preparing for a new adventure. I guess that's where the great wave awaits. Right now they're preparing for it. So they're preparing their tools, they're getting ready, they're checking if they got what they need for this new venture. It's exciting, right? And yes, it's a little bit intimidating because I got the page energy underneath. It's like there's a lot of uncertainty yet. Like there is a strong faith and like I know what the truth is and I'm going with it, but there's still a little bit of a trembling in the knees of like, yeah, this is huge. Still there's some kind of fear that, again, masculines, you can work with the energy of the full moon to leave that behind as much as you can. Additional question is strength clarified by Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is fiery energy. This is like, where do we need to fire with our action, right? Like, where do we need to direct our fire to take decisive action at this time? That's what I'm getting. For the feminines, the Tower, clarified by Three of Swords. In this deck, Three of Swords is about healing though, right? There is some kind of activity that will surprisingly help you heal your heart, right? It may not be connected with that at all on the surface, but there will be something that, you know, something will happen, or you'll talk to someone that you'll be able to relate to and to see your situation differently, and that will be like the missing piece of puzzle to heal your heart and like really go deep with it, you know, not just kind of pretend that everything's okay, because it's been a while, so it doesn't make sense to be whining about it, right? Like to be telling people that you're still in pain, right? Like it's not supposed to be like that. That's the sword energy talking, right? This is different. Masculines, Six of Water clarified by the Fool. I like that in the Six of Water, it's like the working with the energy of the landscape, the actual water in the ocean. It's reminiscing of the good old days. But in a good way, you know, it's remembering the good times. But what I would say, it's whatever you're remembering and calling at this time, you have an ability to bring it around. Even if it doesn't seem possible at first, you can bring that feeling around, right? It's the feeling that you want. So sit with it, meditate with it, be open-minded on what it would be like, right? And it will come to you. What will create a similar kind of emotional response and connection. It's something that's very nurturing and healing that you are longing for. And you understand that you can't really replicate the same situation because you can't go back and you're not a child anymore. For some, it's the memory from childhood. But there is something else you can do. Messages from feminines to masculines. The Star clarified by Eight of Pentacles. So feminines want to say that they definitely put in a lot of work and effort these days towards their mission and purpose, understanding what it is, how they can implement it, you know, the practical part of it, and how to collaborate, even looking at how to collaborate with the masculine around mission and purpose, right? So there's a lot of like heads down, doing the work with the bigger vision in mind. Sometimes you just need to do the work, you know? Some days are about dreaming and ideating, other days are about implementing what you've ideated. And this day is one of those. Message from masculine to feminine. Three of Earth clarified by Ace of Wands. Yeah, masculines definitely have a lot of passion and desire for the feminine. Never went away, if anyone was wondering. It's almost like this obsession that they feel like is, you know, for some of them it's really scary actually. But what they want to do, what they want to implement in reality, and I like actually the statue, to me it's also like a reflection of the feminine energy. They want to find a project to collaborate on. That's actually very interesting, where there is a little bit of synchronicity, because this is Eight of Pentacles, but you can see that in this card the three of them goes into the creation, because the Three of Pentacles in this case is like the symbol of creation. What are we actually making, right? And we have Three of Pentacles here, so it's like, and the work of art, right? So there is like this bigger vision, or it's a little blurry, but there is a vision of a work of art that can be created together, something wonderful for the world, you know? But it's still a little blurry, but they definitely, like, their focus is on that right now, that vision and what the two of you can bring in together, something unique that nobody else would be able to do. they thought, get another message, they thought until recently that that was their dream, their personal dream, right? But now they keep seeing the feminine in that picture, like we just saw here, right? And they understand that, again, that's the missing piece of the puzzle, you know, like that's something that actually helps bring this together. Now they just need to figure out how to do it, especially if you guys are not in communication. And especially because they also have this drive, this sexual energy that sometimes is blinding when it comes to negotiating something practical, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is the message for today. It's sweet and short. I hope you liked it. If so, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with others. And until next time.